Holy smokes. Okay, I am buzzing. Now, I just found out in what chapter is this? Guess I could have found this out before I. Chapter 13. I just found out a couple things. I found out that uh, Whiskey Jack has a little sister in her mid 20s. It's this. Forgot her name already. You know the one. Starts with a D. Uh, Death? Death Touch? I don't know. Just totally throwing it out there. Maybe I hit it right in the bullseye. Probably not. She died. No, she didn't die. Her mother died while she was giving birth. Her mom was giving birth, and the father died. So, you know, they gave this daughter to Hood, to the Temple of Hood, which seems a little wild. But the thing that I think is super significant, and if you watched my Chapter 7 analysis, you'll know that I get really, really amped up when I hear something that seems like it has some kind of tie to symbolic things from mythologies and from the past, from the Bible. Everything, or a lot of things, just talking about the Bible really quick, the Old Testament especially. Everything in there, even within the very names, is encoded, right? So when you have a certain name or a profession, you know, all of these kind of savior types, these types that kind of play a central role. A lot of them are shepherds first. A lot of them have, I'm not going to go into the weeds with that because this isn't a Bible thing, but it's very encoded. I've always liked. I know there's some Native American tribes, and probably a lot that do this or did this, where it's like they have their name and like a first name or a last name, or I don't know. But a part of the name is kind of held back until they've really earned that name and really discovered that name. So once they do something significant, that's when the elder of the tribe would give them their new name. We have that as well in, the Bible. We have Saul, goes to Paul. We have Abram, comes Abraham. We have this where they get their new names. When the Babylonians come in and take all the Jewish people to Babylon, they try to kind of make them culturally Babylonian. And this is Daniel and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They have the new names. Anyway, new names are a big deal. And so they also did this with the bridge burners. Someone was giving them these new names. And look what that has been for fiddler and strings. We've seen some really interesting names. Think of that for Crump. I cannot wait to do this series again, knowing what I'm getting into with these characters and really do a better deep dive on some of these names and things especially. But I almost jumped out of my seat again where I found out that Whiskey Jack is a stonemason. Now that means a whole lot of things. And it can mean a lot of things. For one, it's about stability. You can have all these different, you can be a carpenter with wood. We think of of Jesus in the Bible as being a carpenter, but really I think the term is a tekton, so more of a stone worker is what I think people should be thinking when they go through that. The people, you know, the Genesis is them going into Egypt. A lot of them become stone workers as they're walking out. They almost go in as shepherds, come out as these stone workers, make this temple of thousands of stone workers. I don't know. Anyway, it often has this sort of flow, and stone workers is super significant. Provide stability. You know, things can be built upon that foundation, but it feels like Whiskey Jack is the foundation. And if I had to guess now, Whiskey Jack is really the foundation, and then Perrin is the one who builds off of that foundation. And really, you know, I'm just dying to know where this goes. Another thing is the significance of stone masonry over being a wood carpenter or something. It has to do also with the finality of what you are making and the order. You know, it's ultimate order versus chaos. Now, if you are a great stone worker and you know exactly what you're doing, everything just fits into place. And it seems like Whiskey Jack is the ultimate kind of worker of order, or the ultimate antagonist to chaos. So, you know, we've already seen Whiskey Jack. We know that bridge burners kind of still exist around in some way. But it feels like central to the cause against the crippled god has to be Whiskey Jack as this foundational kind of guy, stone worker. Isn't that neat? I find it neat. Now, yeah, I feel like it has to be something like that. Now, if he comes back in some way, yeah, I'm just wondering, because a lot of people are coming back. So that's what I'm going to be thinking about for the next little while. I wonder about some of these other people's jobs. I wish I would have paid a little bit extra attention, especially in the first two books, but maybe it wasn't really a part of that. But I can't wait to go through all these again. And yeah, I just got so excited. And I know I did kind of Bible references, but you know, I've read through the Bible, and I like those stories. I like the Old Testament stories and the symbology that goes with them. And I read stories from the Greeks and all these other places too. So I like going through that sort of thing. It's really one of my very, very, very favorite things to kind of make those sorts of links. And anyway, I will talk to you on the next one. This one got me super excited though. And I'll see you later.